What if I told you that that thing that you're desperately chasing, the perfect body, fame, success, more money, isn't actually what you want? I have spent 30 years figuring this out, and I'm going to save you decades of time, frustration, suffering in the next 10 minutes. We all do this. We all tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I lose that weight. I'll be happy when I get that money, that salary. I'll be happy when I have that partner. I'll finally be respected when I'm successful. But here's the truth. Hi, my name is David. Welcome back to my channel. And I get to be honest with you and admit that I used to want to be known, to be important in the eyes of others, to be kinda famous. I really wanted it, especially after I became a coach, trainer, and public speaker. After all that travel and a lot of people getting to know me on stage, I got attention, I got accolades, and I thought, man, this is pretty good. I want this. But like many public speakers like me, it came from a deep place of unworthiness. Like a lot of kids, I felt not seen, not validated, not special. And so public speaking, being a life coach, gave me that moment of attention, that moment of shine. It was something that people said that I was good at. So I thought to myself, if I get noticed and become important, everyone will like me, then life will work out. Then I'll be happy. I chased that dream over 12 years, traveling alone, sleepless nights, and my personal relationships in peril. I had big wins, I had small wins, always thinking that the next event will be the one that would make me feel complete. But here's what I learned. I am worthy right now, and you're worthy right now. We are worthy because we exist here and now. We all heard the stories from people like George Clooney and Jim Carrey, who said that once they became famous, they felt empty, felt hollow inside. Why? Because they were chasing the wrong thing. They weren't actually chasing fame. They were seeking love, validation, acceptance. Things that they could have given themselves all along. Things that I could have given myself all along. Another example of my life is that I thought that I didn't deserve love until I achieved something important in my life and be successful in the eyes of the world. In my intimate relationships that didn't work out, I would sabotage them before giving my heart 100%. This belief controlled every aspect of my life. I was absolutely obsessed with it. I would put my family aside, my romantic relationships aside, because I made up in my mind that I needed to accomplish something first. So I put off love, I put off personal relationships, family. Then I had this realization that what I really wanted was empty recognition. Before I permitted myself to love and be loved, what I really wanted was my own love, to feel the love for myself, to deeply accept myself as I am. That no matter what pressures from society exist, I will be okay. That I deserve to receive love and give love, not in the future. And I could have given myself that a long time ago. Think about it. How many times have you chased a goal, achieved the goal, and then felt happy for a minute or 3? Then you're on the next goal. Then you feel that satisfaction, that itch, that urge to achieve something else. I just had a neighbor pass away. He was still young. He was in his early 60s, and he was getting some type of heart surgery. He had complications during surgery and died. I was also a dance instructor a few years back, and I remember an older lady that was my client back then. She was 90 years old, and I visited her in the hospital because she had taken a heart fall. And she kept telling me, I wish I would have danced more, I wish I would have traveled more, I wish I would have tasted more food. On the next bed over, there was another lady about her same age, and her outlook was different. She seemed happy, full of life, with a big bandage on her nose because she had broken it, and a bigger smile on her face. And she said, I traveled, I danced, I have tasted, but I'm not done. And she said, next month I'm going to Tulum to take some salsa classes and eat some fresh fish. My big lesson here was to always listen and be like people that are way older than me. But also either you are growing or you're dying, just like a tree. A tree out in nature is never procrastinating, is never in a numb state. It's either growing or it's dying. People like the second lady never stopped growing, they got purpose. purpose, whether it's traveling, gardening, or dancing. But I like the crazy ones, the ones that go skydiving, or like this daredevil lady who's going to Mexico to take some salsa classes. There's just something about these people that are full of life, joy, content. I think these people, whether they know it consciously or not, they tend to understand something essential, and that is, we are either evolving or devolving, but we are never staying the same. If you're not growing and learning and experiencing, then you are dying. You're getting smaller. Your world is getting smaller. No one is going to stay the same. You got to lead with your heart and do what you love right now. I had clients back then that they always complain about their looks, about not being young enough. And I see young people as well talking like they're old, saying I'm too old to do this and that. The old trying to be young, and the young thinking that they're old. This obsession with age and what we look like externally doesn't stop unless you choose it to stop. You want to know what true freedom looks like? It's when something that used to scare you doesn't scare you anymore. For example, when you can speak out in public without your heart racing. When people used to bother you that made negative comments about you and were mean to you. When those words don't affect you anymore. When you don't care what people think anymore. When you finally realize they're not really talking about you, they're talking about themselves. That's true freedom. When you can look in the mirror and see your aging face and accept yourself and love yourself. You can look at your middle-aged body and go, yes, my body's changing, but I still love it and I still love to take care of it. When you can walk into a party and not be thinking, what will people think of me? But be thinking like a little kid and be curious about who's there and who can you meet and learn from. That's what real confidence looks like. Not the fake kind. When you're seeking validation, you're putting photos of yourself on Instagram to make it look like you have a wonderful life. Real confidence is when external things don't get to you anymore. When you're not walking around getting offended, taking things personally, or being triggered by other people, that's wisdom. No one has that power over you. I used to desperately want to pay off my mortgage, and I did. But I think I had such tunnel vision that I wasn't enjoying my life in the present moment, worrying about what I was buying at the store or other things. Then I asked myself, what bills will I still have after I pay off my mortgage? Then I thought about it. I will still get to pay electricity, HOA, phone, other bills. Then it became real clear to me that my fear was around scarcity, of there not being enough, of not being safe. But I can give myself that feeling of safety, of security right now by trusting that I live in an abundant universe, and trust that things always work out for me, and choosing to see the positive from that negative. I have a saying that I always go by. There's always something good that comes out of the bad. Think about it. I always thought that the universe was friendly, but I didn't believe it 100%. But now I truly believe that He is an abundant, loving, wise, and it takes courage from you to realize that. There's never a lack of things, only a lack of vision. So the loving universe is always pushing you, helping you to grow, and to give you the things that you say that you want. Maybe sometimes it may not be what you want it to look like. That's what He is doing with all its power and love. So for example, YouTube, I really love YouTube because it gives you the opportunity to transform yourself to the best version of you. I recently had some beautiful experiences with my YouTube channel, which I really want to grow. I love it so much. I genuinely love YouTube. So now it's probably a good time to ask you to like and subscribe and maybe comment if you're enjoying this video. I recently released a series of travel videos about food and restaurants, and they have done really well. Some over 1,000 views, which is huge for me. Very exciting. It's what I always wanted. Then something interesting happened. Fear began to creep in a little bit. I started to get a little anxious and worried about my next videos. But if I make a video about self-empowerment and my subscribers really prefer the food videos, I had forgotten the whole reason I started my channel. My biggest why is to keep growing, keep learning, is to serve, is to evolve, is to add value to people through my videos. It's not to go viral viral, of course, I would love my videos to do well. But keeping it in perspective, my vision, my aim is to make videos to help touch, move, and inspire people, to help them lead a compassionate, free, badass life, a joyful life, offering the knowledge, the love, the humbleness, the wisdom that I gained over my 40 years. Everyone has something to offer. Everyone has life experience. There's always something to offer. So the journey is the destination. A lot of people say it's not the journey, but the destination. But I once read in a book that said that the journey is the destination. It's not when I get to 100,000 subscribers or not. It's not when you get rich or finally getting the body you've been working towards or whatever. The journey is the destination. Joy is not reaching the goal. It's the process of getting there. It's all the little wins and the victories and the struggles along the way. It's the hero's journey, like in the movies. It's like when you take your first step and you got your backpack, and then you travel along and there's monsters you gotta slay, obstacles, dark forest, an old man waiting for you in the middle of the path. That's life. The journey is the destination. It's not getting to the peak of the mountain, although it is nice once you're there. Then there's another peak, and then there's another mountain, and then another. Thank the universe that there's always another mountain. So here is what it took me 30 years to understand. You can have everything you want right now, because everything you think you want is because it's going to give you a feeling of being loved, accepted, validated, being enough, approved of all the things you're actually searching for. You can give yourself that feeling right here, right now. You want to feel worthy? Give yourself permission to feel worthy right now. And you're so worthy, you're so worthy, you're more than enough because you exist. You're an aspect of the Creator. You want to feel safe now? Then choose to be safe now. Choose to believe that you live in a kind-hearted universe that loves you. You want to feel loved now? Don't wait until you meet that someone. Love yourself now. Make the choice to love yourself now. Develop a relationship with yourself right now. We're meant to grow. We're meant to evolve. We're meant to dream big dreams, but not because those dreams will make us happy. Because the process of growing itself is what brings fulfillment and gratification. Look at your own life. What are you waiting for? What is that thing that you think that will make you feel complete, whole, or happy, or content? And give yourself that right now. Life is not about meeting some out of this world destination. It's about growing until we take our last breath. It's about being grateful right now. It's about evolving, trying things out, and being the best we can be. You know, when we try something new, we step out of our comfort zone. New doors open, new opportunities appear. It's amazing what can happen when you get into your discomfort zone. It's really the journey that matters. I'm so thrilled by life. Every year that I look back to last year and think, oh my goodness, that wasn't good. That didn't turn out as I wanted. That's a good thing. That shows I have areas to grow. I am in position right now to improve on what I did then. And my intention is to live that way for the rest of my days. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. See you in the next video.